Candis Cayne, turning heads and making headlines for her role on ABC's new hit series Dirty Sexy Money. Don't you just love the title? She plays the transgender girlfriend of a New York Attorney General running for U.S. Senate. Now, although transgender characters are becoming more common on network shows, Candis is blazing a path as the only transgender of the lot.
I am a living, breathing testament to the fact that nothing, and I mean nothing, is impossible.
She plays Carmelita, the super sultry transgender mistress of William Baldwin's character on the ABC drama Dirty Sexy Money.
Yes, you will.
It is a groundbreaking role, not just because the character is transgender, but because the actress who plays her, Candis Cayne, is as well. She was born Brendan McDaniel and has a fraternal twin brother, Dylan.
Growing up, me and my brother, we were kind of exact opposites, as you can imagine. It was kind of funny. We were completely yin and yang. He was more rough and tumble, and I just wanted to, play with my girlfriends.
My sister and I were very different growing up. She has always liked being inside and playing with, toys that would normally be associated with girls.
The twins grew up in Maui, and Candis credits her parents with giving her the freedom to explore who she really was.
When I told my parents that I was starting my transition, my dad was like, well, that makes so much more sense, because I never saw you any other way.
Candis began the transition process in her early 20s, and today is sharing life with fiancé Marco McDermott.
Her personality, of course, is amazing, I've never met anyone as kind and as open and honest as she is, and I learned from her.
Marco also DJs at her cabaret show called Candis Cayne Gorgeous. Together, the pair is helping raise Marco's daughter, building a future and a life where Candis is true to herself on and off the screen. And joining us live from the hit ABC show Dirty Sexy Money, the very talented Candis Cayne.
Why, thank you
I love when
so
you're
much.
Watching pictures and seeing and you're just laughing.
I am. It's like good memories,
Your family, very loving. They were accepting.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. The second I told them, they flew to New York, and they wanted to make sure that I was okay. And they found out that I was happier. I really was, I was being true to who I was,
And that's what they wanted for you. So your family had no problem. But what about kids? Because Candis, as you know, kids, if you're a little bit different growing up, they can really zero in on you.
Oh yeah, they zeroed.
Did they?
But it's kind of interesting. I was raised in a Waldorf school, which is really artistic kind of school, and my parents were teachers at the school, so I was sheltered from a lot of that.
But usually transgenders know early on that something's not quite right. But you said it wasn't until your 20s that you realized?
I knew since I was, 6.
Okay.
I had my first thoughts of it, But because my parents had raised me so openly and just being who I am supposed to be, I was never conflicted, I would never was like, well, I'm not supposed to be doing this, because they never told me I wasn't supposed to play with that doll.
So when you made the transition, and you're very talented, did you think, oh, that's it, I'm not going to get any work. No one's going to hire me.
Yeah, I spent years wondering, like, is it ever gonna, work out? This is my dream, is to act and to perform, and doing this audition and then getting the role.
How did the role come about? How did it come about on Dirty Sexy Money?
A friend of mine, Patricia Field, who is legendary in New York City, she called me, and she was doing wardrobe on the show, and said, you have to audition for Craig. So she got me in to audition. So I auditioned, and I got called back, and then I got the amazing call. So.
And is your hope to one day not to be categorized, that you're an actress?
Yeah.
And that's what you want to play?
Definitely. I think that because I'm the first of my kind, I'm gonna be pigeonholed into that, which, I really don't mind, as long as I'm given roles, that I can play and have fun with.
And
I'll be happy.
I'm sure you will be. And you're extremely talented. You're well known here in New York with your cabaret act. What is your hope for? I know that you're hearing from a lot of young people who are just very appreciative that you've come forward.
Yeah. Especially on MySpace, I have every day at least, 100 people who, write me letters saying, like, thank you, You know, for my parents watched you, and now they understand what I'm going through.
Yeah.
So it's amazing.
Well, we
It's
wish
a really
you
cool
we
thing.
wish you continued success, and
Thank
it's a
you.
fun show to watch.
It
I'm
is.
sure
It's
we'll
so
have you back.
juicy.
It is.
Watch the show, everybody.